Alright, what's going on, Scoundrels? We're back to our run on Cuphead. This is our solo round, trying to 300% the game. And we'll go back. Now the rules are pretty simple here. For all Inkwell 1, 2, 3, we gotta use Cuphead or Mugman, and then once Inkwell 4 comes around, we're allowed to start using Miss Chalice. And she comes with a couple extra things. She gets a dash that gives her invulnerability without the charm, and she gets an extra health, which will help us for some of the ridiculous S tier ones. One thing I forgot to do was to equip the right trinkets. So we're starting to see what trinkets are kind of pretty important. For this one, we're going to use pea sugar, and we're going to use the roundabout, and then we'll use the regular pea shooter. The way the roundabout works is it's way better damage, but the only downside to it is its range is kind of limited until you turn around, and the shots will come way further. So this is why we take pea sugar. We want this, and it's much easier to just kind of kill these things. Roundabout's great at getting this angle that he's at. So these are pretty free. We're just gonna... The boomerang's pretty free as well. You gotta always watch out for when it comes down on the bot side. And we're going to hit him here. This will get us to wave phase 3 way faster, which is his easiest phase. I guess there really is only we gotta get one more of these. I believe we need one more, so we'll wait for him to... I don't want to kill him here. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't think that's an S, but it really doesn't matter, because we were on 6 anyway. Yeah, fast battle. He doesn't have a lot of health. I knew we needed one more parry and one more super. It's going to be a B+. Yeah. Which is totally fine. We'll come back and get the rest of the Inkwell Isle to S tier once we unlock, after we beat the devil. So now you can see this guy's moods. We'll grab that free coin. Don't mind if we do. And then we're going to go to Inkwell Isle 2. This is the part of the game where the fights actually start to get a little bit more difficult and interesting. If you're following with the story here, where basically Mr. King Dice is the devil's second-hand man. He's, you know... But that's Elder Teacot. That's our, I guess, our father in this story. He tells us, you know, we can do it. And don't give the devil the contracts at the end is what he's telling us to do. So we'll see how that goes. So we're missing a quartet member here. I kind of want to get one more item before we really start taking on the crazy fights. I want to get a certain gun. So this is Dimitri, and this is one of the hardest fights if you don't know what you're doing, by the way. Especially on expert. The knives are pretty easy here. We're going to get that free parry. The rest of our parries will come later. So I think it's better to not really use your specials on that first level. Here, if you see a section with 2 faces, you can actually hit both of them, and you'll get bonus damage on the boss and more cards. So this phase, people don't think has health associated to it, but it definitely does. Now here, this is one of the worst phases, so we can charge up that thing again. For these, really just stay towards the back of the map, and then try to get your timing so that you're still hitting the boss somewhat, and we'll get a yep. So get out of that phase pretty quick. Our goal is to have a fully charged form for the last phase. We've got 2 more here to go. So we're going to now the hat doesn't take damage, so we got to keep that positioning in mind. It's going to shoot projectiles when he goes into this section, and we always grab this last one. Yep, so that's our full set of parries. If we were going for a, we can always parry that last one, and we get hit because we're terrible. Alright, so this is pretty safe. Well, you want to stay in the middle during this phase change, and now basically dodge that, and then you're going to dodge this, and that's free. Now this round is over. We're just going to ult here. We take advantage of those iframes, and it's a knockout. There we go. We're really cooking through the main bosses. I believe there's 6 on Inkwell Isle 2. There's a total of 19 in the main game, plus 6 free roam, like kind of run and gun levels. So we'll take that A+, we'll be happy with that. Or maybe it's an A because we didn't have the health bonus. That'll open up this area, which is a shop. And we'll get Mausoleum 2, which is pretty important for our pacifist runs. Maybe we'll even get an achievement right here. So let's see. One of the achievements is 4 parries in a row, so we'll wait till a little bit later in the Mausoleum. We'll see if we can get it. I kind of wish they gave harder Mausoleum challenges at some points. I doubt that we will see a failed Mausoleum. Oh, that was very close. And we touched the ground, so not the best Mausoleum run, but listen, we'll take it. Now here's the end, I believe. And one more, probably. Yep. Here we go. Now we'll have our second level special, but we don't really use that for a lot of fights. You'll see there's very particular cases when it's very useful. We're going to talk to this guy, and he tells us there's a quartet member missing somewhere. I believe this guy gives us the rockets that we didn't have for the last fight, which are very good. If you're speedrunning, you're gonna take advantage of those, but it seems like to get to that, we're gonna have to beat Beppy, but really, all you need is spread shot for this one, and roundabout's pretty good for your charm 1. Now, I think smokescreen's okay. You can really do smokescreen or charm here, so we're gonna go charm. I think smokescreen takes a little bit less skill from the player, so we'll try to reduce how much we use that, but I won't make any promises. If there's a So for this one, we want to get our parries from phase 2 or 3. We really don't care about, yeah, so that's a mistake. We could have, basically you want to keep the ducks on the top broken, because otherwise they do damage to you, so they can do a lot of damage very fast. And so here's the other thing. For here, you're not really looking for parries, even though they're pretty easy. We're gonna probably die this round. I gotta lock in if I don't want us to die. We'll get baby. So there's half jumps you can do in this game, and there's full jumps. And now, yep. So if gold comes, do not jump. Gold is a straight line, whereas if you see a green donkey there, it means that basically it's going to be a spread. So we'll get that duck down, and now we'll make sure we're damaging him still. And we don't really need to do this for too long. That phase can give a lot of people trouble, but really it's just a couple jumps. Don't you gotta see him start going before you really commit to a jump, and you'll be fine. Here, just kind of worry about the stuff on the screen and point up. Alright, so the other thing is we see that train in the background. We can stand under him and do a ton of damage. Here we're not going to do that because this is the green one, so we gotta stay at a good place. Now we're gonna get a ton of damage right there. You'll see the train in the background. We're gonna come over here and this will finish the phase for us. Look how much damage we're getting. 3 shots here the whole time. Oh, wow. We're actually going to get a little bit extra damage, and that's fine because that'll be our second parry, I believe. If we were going for S tier, we might allow that phase to go on a little bit longer, but now the train's going to speed up a lot, and we're going to get these pedestals to stand on. You want to save your super for when the first set of penguins come out, you'll see. And this phase will be the easiest phase of your life. So we wait till they all come out. Don't go too early. And this will hit every single one of them and make it a lot easier to dodge in this phase. Now, you just have to use one more when... Yep. Alright, so I didn't even get the 6 super bars there. That's another thing you got to keep in mind. If you're saving up super for a big one at the end of a fight, it might be good to basically set it up so that you use one real early, so you're not holding on to too many cards for too long. So that feels pretty good. So there's this one over here, and we could do this one, but I feel like I want to do... I guess we'll do it. Why not? For this, I'm going to switch to pea shooter, and I believe automatic parry would be okay, but I think smoke dash is way better here. This is also one where super 2 is a good idea, because really super 1's good when you need to do a certain burst of damage all at once. So we'll set up this trap early. Now, for this guy, you got to be careful on the sides. Don't really worry about too much right now. Just kind of stay far away from him, and you're going to get a bunch of damage on him. He should be dead pretty soon. Now, we kind of want to set up a trap. See how there's a bunch of horseshoes already ready to hit this guy? This guy is going to explode, so we just want to stay towards the edge of the screen whenever, you know, you'll kind of get the timing down. Yep, so... if I wasn't an idiot and just walked into him right there. Oh yeah, so we got... there's always going to be 3 of these little guys. Oh man, I went for the parry. This guy's pretty easy. You just kind of gotta sit here and... Alright, so if this wasn't... if I didn't make too many mistakes early on, this be an easy final phase, but for this, worry about not getting hit more than you worry about getting damage. The damage will come. And we're gonna just take the free health here for a little bit, and we'll get that knockout pretty free. Not the cleanest fight, but we'll take it. She's one of the hardest S tiers, in my opinion, as well, because there's so much going on the screen, and the parries can be a little bit difficult to get, so we'll really have some difficulty later, but alright. Now we have pretty much access wherever we want to on Inkwell Isle 2. We'll go grab this guy. So he'll go back with his pals. Okay, so she wants to know where a shortcut is. There is usually a shortcut on every Inkwell Isle, and this is the one on this Inkwell Isle. And I'll show you guys, so we can come over here, get this quest as well. So he wants to see us juggle 4 in a row. And that's kind of like his requirement. We'll do this one real quick. I hope we have... Yeah, so... This... Basically, we just want to... We don't even really need to shoot anything here. Ooh, not great. Yeah, so... Usually I take Chaser on this map, but we don't have Chaser yet, so... That section is kind of brutal. But here we go. Alright, the key to this is never stand right below those guys. And if you do, you gotta know... Yeah, exactly. You gotta know they're coming for you. But we'll try it one more time like this. Otherwise, we'll go grab the Chaser. And that'll be fine. But that's really the only use for that weapon is on this map. So it can kind of be brutal. We kind of got to wait one extra cycle here because we didn't grab the coin fast enough. So just jumping here. I smoke dash there so I get the extra delay to make sure that I don't get the iframes. Give me a way to not get hit from... Wow. Okay, well. There we go. We're on top here. I don't like being on top in this section, but... So we'll come down here. We want to make sure we're kind of taking care of those guys as they come. Yep, so we took care of that guy. And then here's why I like smoke dash. Oh, always get hit by that. But that's fine. Got to make sure you're careful there. So... Oh, didn't even need to go for that guy, but we did. There is mortality here. I'm thinking maybe I don't kill these ducks, right? That might give us a couple extra power-ups here to make this door a little bit more bearable. Yeah, see how we weren't able to buffer that there, and we didn't know which one they're starting on. We should be looking a lot earlier at kind of what cues they're showing us to see, you know, the mouth will open. Oh, that's a mistake. And now we can go down here. We should be able to finish it on this cycle. Yep. So we're gonna run this pretty fast here. Well, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Don't jump there, folks. This is why certain utility is so good to bring. It can make a level like this feel like hell, or like one that you want to be on. So, Chaser is definitely ideal for this if you're struggling with this level, like I am right now. Equip the Chaser for a little bit, you're gonna get through just fine. Or even better, do the pacifist section, which would be doable here. See how that's a reddish color? It means it's not parryable, I believe. Or at least I missed the parry. So if it is parryable, don't let me know in the comments. I'll be salty. Yeah, the camera on these run and gun levels isn't the best because I believe they were added later in the, you know, game making process, so they didn't fully fledge out how they wanted their camera to work. but I might be completely wrong about that. There you can just dash. So this is... Oh. So you intentionally take... Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, man. It's brutal. Seen that screen a lot, but not this often usually. I think the run and guns for me are definitely the weakest sections of Cuphead. But with that being said, I think they do something important. They kind of give the game a little bit more of a adventurous feel, because you have certain sections where there's the jump parry again. We're going to get on the right side this time. It seems to always come from the bottom, which, you know, first, which is something I either is a coincidence or it's just been happening these last 2 times. Ooh, that is good that we killed it there. Holy. We're going to dash. Yep, dash. Get out of that area. We're going to break as many of these as we can. Get that for free. Dash. Nice. Oh my. That's one of the things I really don't like that this game does. Very easy to kill those things. It's just, we got to be careful here. He's about to go. We're going to wait for that, and then we're just going to kill him real quick. Oh, did not get the kill. I believe we're at the finish here. We just have to avoid some really bad disaster, which there is one more door here. Do not feel... Oh. Do not even play with that on this one. We gotta be careful. Oh my gosh. And that was the end right there. The sign is so brutal to see. Because it tells you exactly how far away you are from the finish. And especially, you know, if you're a newer player learning, you know, these levels for the first time, getting to experience them, you look at it, you're like, wow, I was right there. So we're going to get on the top here because we've learned from all our past experiences that it starts on the bottom. And now we're in a good spot. It should end next cycle. So we'll get up. Oh my. We'll get back up top. We'll take that damage for breakfast. And we're like 1 or 2 hits off. Yep. So, I knew that one was coming. Alright. Well, this game is so easy to get tilted in that, oh my. Alright, well, the tilt is already occurring. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go for... I don't think I can actually do it this... Oh my. So, there's a concept about these. And it's, you know, sometimes you're just too lost in the level to actually bring it back. And it's just, you gotta know, you know? So, we kind of take the death and we just say, all right, we'll see you in the next one. So we'll go on this one fast. So we'll get to the door. We expect it to finish on this cycle, because that's how many cycles we've had before. Every time. Then we're going to take this one a little bit aggressively. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Knew some bullshit like that was about to happen. Yep. Oh my. Ooh. I should just go get the, Wow. See, pure tilt right here, pure tilt. Boys, it's always better if you don't get tilted, I swear. Even though I don't follow my own rules. You stay untilted, and I guess it's whatever level you start on when the game recognizes. It's probably not always the bottom, after we just saw what happened right there. Yep, there we go. We'll take that. Yep, okay. Oh. Should have taken damage there somehow. Wow. Alright, here we go. We've got one charge left, one health left. Let's see what happens here. You don't understand how free this one is if you just have the chaser. But now I'm almost prompted, like I have to do this without the chaser, honestly. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it without the chaser. We're gonna be big time here. Maybe we'll set up a little bit differently. I won't tilt in the second section. I'll actually, you know, do what we're supposed to. So one of the things you need to keep in mind when you're parrying is that it gives you that little extra boosts, especially on this level with how tight these areas kind of feel. That little bit can make a big difference, so keep it in mind, keep it in mind. Keep that dodge ready. Yep, and that's what happens when I don't listen to myself. So, yep. Now, always remember, when you're doing that one, wow. This is unbelievable. I hate that area. The chaser literally makes this map so free, but without the chaser, you gotta work on your, you know, your ability to hold LB while you're doing this stuff. And that is something that not many Cuphead players are good at. And it's definitely one of my worst aspects. I've gotten through the whole game without ever getting very good at it. So we'll see if, you know, we can... Yep. Well, that's kind of cooked. Oh, man. We're down to 1 health again, so... You know, we're just going to try to make it happen, though. We're just gonna skip that one right there. So I don't know if it actually hits stuff off screen, but we're... Oh, we can't skip that one. We don't have the ability to. I believe if you really delay your jump there, I think you can skip that one. It's just never going to be worth it. Oh my. All right, here we go. We kind of have a free health to work with, so we'll be a little bit risky here just because we don't feel like waiting the whole time, kind of being idiots, but we'll take it. Yep, we take damage there. All right, let's hope there's no run ender coming up. Yep, there we go. That guy comes every time and I always get hit by him. All right, we're gonna get this one done and then we're gonna wrap the episode, I think. Ooh, see, that one, you just restart. There's no way you're bringing it back. The mental's already cooked. One of the coolest things about this game is it has a great speedrunning community. If you're a fan of speedrunning, this is, you know, a game that has some really cool strats. We're just going to get that off the rip. Now we're watching the lower hand. Yep. So you see, we're getting it done a little bit faster cycle-wise when we use the horseshoes because they do more damage. So certain weapons in this game have better damage, but they come with the downside, obviously. And, you know, that we can kind of see. Oh man, we had it really going good, but jeez. See. With the chaser, you literally can just sit on those things and you kill them all for free. You kill literally every enemy in this level for free with the chaser. So I've never really had to learn how to fight them, how to, you know, run through that section of the fight, right? So one of the things you want to keep an eye on is this game is very good about telling you when you're doing damage. So we just saw the bottom one go. Yep. Sorry, I figured I'd focus up for a second here. Get a little bit of damage in there. You can just jump over him and dash, but, you know, what fun would that be? Yep, so we should have just stayed on that floor. It's already too late. And we'll finally get to this last section. Here we go. Alright. So, we'll do that. So, we'll go there, and we get it. That's how close we were that many times. So unbelievable. Well, that might make its way to a double episode right there. Not the prettiest... I don't even know what that one's called. Not the prettiest, if I were to segment it. Let's see. Not the prettiest Funhouse Frazzle, but we took care of business. This... Oh, I keep doing that just because my hand... you know. Okay, we cannot do that again, guys. If I do that again, the whole run's ruined. But now we have 6 to grab this gun, which is very important, or this gun. So these are both pretty important for our next fight that I'm looking forward to. So we'll get the lobber first, and then we'll... Oh yes, this is in the DLC, so we're not allowed to use any DLC items until we get to the DLC islands. So we need 2 more coins for the charge shot, and then we will be ready to go. So we'll come over here. We've got 2 boss open world here, and then a boss here, and then 1 more boss on Inkwell Isle 2. And I'll leave us there for next time. Alright, for those of you watching this on YouTube, thanks for sticking through the whole video, watching. Subscribe if you haven't and you like to see more content like this. And for those of you on Twitch, we're going to keep going a little bit longer. Maybe get another video recorded. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon.